Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kevin and this is gonna be one of my first ever videos that I'm posting on YouTube. So, as the title says, I'm gonna be discussing my lower back injury that I've had for so many years. Most frustrating part of my life. So I'm gonna be sharing my whole story, how I healed my sciatica, what I did differently than what most people do to heal their lower backs, and why I decided to go this route as well. So stay tuned. I'm about to share my entire story. It's not gonna be edited very well. I'm just gonna go right through the whole thing. No bullshit. All real advice here, guys. So let's get started. So this whole injury happened when I was about 21 years old. I was a super healthy guy. I'd be in the gym maybe 5 times a week, never missing any of those 5 days. Monday to Friday, always took the weekends off. And yeah, I was a regular in there at all times. So it all started, my form wasn't the greatest. I never fully got trained on how to keep perfect form in the gym. I was kind of just looking at other people, what they were doing. I thought I knew everything, watching YouTube videos. And boy, was I wrong in the end. So, yeah, it was the most devastating part of my life. I think I was doing deadlifts one day. Of course, you know how this story goes. You start doing deadlifts in the gym and, your back's a little bit arched. It's not perfect. Maybe it's not neutral. And when you're doing that year after year, eventually it's going to catch up to you. So this is how it happened for me. I took a huge break off deadlifts. I was doing them a lot over the number of years that I was training, and I went back into it one random day after not deadlifting for over a month. And of course, I went super hard into it. I'm going to go for a 1 rep max. Really stupid idea. And I was just feeling really good that day. You know how you got the music going, you got the pre-workout going, you're hyped up on caffeine, nothing in the world could ever stop you. So that was my mindset. It was also about 2 a.m. at this point. I used to work out really late in a 24-hour gym. So I had the whole area to myself. And I just thought, I'm going to go super heavy on deadlifts today. So I was doing a bunch of reps. Everything was going fine. Weight was going a bit higher. Put more weight on again. And then I was doing maybe 3 plates on each side, which is around 315, I believe. And then I was going for that first 1 rep, and I felt something shift in my back. And that's when I knew something was wrong. So I immediately went home and just iced my lower back, didn't go back to the gym for about a week. And I didn't really think much of it. I mean, I was a young kid. I was 21. This is my first ever injury. Didn't really care much about it. I thought, it's going to heal in a couple weeks. I don't know, I'm nothing to worry about. So, yeah, I didn't do much about it. Just kind of left it. Ended up going back to the gym. A week later, started doing legs, squats. Didn't do any deadlifts. And I heard it again, going straight into squats. I was on the Smith machine, and I thought, you know what? It's not a deadlift. It's not going to aggravate my back. And my form wasn't good as well on squats. So I'd be going down, and the same kind of thing happened. This excruciating, sharp pain would come flying up my back. And I knew, okay, I can't be doing this. I got to seek help or something. This is getting ridiculous. So I went home again, took a couple weeks off the gym, iced my back, thought, this is going to go away. Talked to a couple of friends, they said it was going to go away, nothing to worry about. And like I said, being my first injury, didn't think much of it. So yeah, I continued to keep going to the gym after that injury. As soon as that sharp pain went away, went right back into everything else. Training back, squats, all that stuff. And it just never felt the same. It wasn't healing after all these months. So it was very frustrating. And then all of a sudden I started having this pain shooting down my leg, and I thought, okay, what is this? I had no idea that it was a pinched nerve or sciatica, whatever the correct term is for this thing. I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe it was an issue with my heel or something. Maybe it was the shoes that I was wearing. I had no expertise in injuries at all, no idea what I was dealing with here. So yeah, like I said, I continued going to the gym, didn't seek any help. And then maybe about 6 months later, that's right, I waited about 6 months before I got this thing checked out. I did see a doctor maybe 3 months after. He did recommend me to go to physio, but I prolonged that for another 3 months. I thought, I'm gonna keep going to the gym. I'm invincible. I'm 21 years old. Who's gonna stop me? So, yeah, I kept going. And then, like I said, eventually went to physio. So, after 6 months, it gets harder and harder to treat an injury after 6 months. So, just not seeking treatment for that long, not a good idea. So I went to my physiotherapist, did a lot of traction, all the stuff you would do for a lower back injury, a lot of core, a lot of small movements, really, really boring stuff. And I was just not interested at all. I did it religiously though. Everything he said, I did everything perfectly at home. Didn't miss a day. It was almost like going to the gym, but it just wasn't as fun. So yeah, I did all my core stuff at home, 5 different exercises. And I would go in maybe twice a week for physio, getting traction, doing the same amount of exercises, getting more guidance. A lot of heat therapy. I had a lot of IMS needling, all that stuff. And yeah, I was feeling a lot better, but it still wasn't going away. I remember walking in with, that shock going down your leg, that lightning bolt sciatica, electric feeling shooting down your leg. And it would just be horrible. I remember I didn't want to stand on my left leg because it was just so sensitive. And I just put all my pressure on my right leg instead of my left. And I felt like it was just going to screw up everything in my body. Like my hips were going to be out of the line. And I was just freaking out. But I kept going to physio, but things weren't getting any better. So yeah, I ended up going to chiropractic after that, getting, manipulated, cracked, all this stuff, and that wasn't working either. Nothing was working, and I was starting to get worried because it was really affecting the way I worked out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in this situation before, but maybe didn't wait as long as I did, and maybe it healed after a week. But I feel like it is a pretty common injury, just not to the extent that I've been through. So yeah, so I went to chiro, physio, and nothing was working. And then I ended up getting PRP injections. They're called platelet-rich plasma injections. So I traveled maybe 2 hours away to another town to go to this doctor who specialized in it. Got it, like a needle maybe this long, something like that, into my lower back, x-ray guided needle, so we could see exactly where the needle was going and to place it perfectly in my disc bulge and see if it would make any healing happen in there. So I did that. Absolutely no luck. It felt good for a week and then kind of dissipated, and once again sciatica came back, and yeah, I was back to where I started. So I wasted $2,000 on that, but it was because I heard about it online. It was helping people. So I thought, I'm pretty desperate right now. I've done everything possible, and let's try this experimental procedure, see if it works or not. But hey, at least I cleared my head now and know that it doesn't work. So yeah, it wasn't very exciting after that, after spending that amount of money. So here I am, still with my back injury, still have sciatica shooting down my leg, really getting to my head. I'd be out with friends and we'd be talking and hanging out, and I'd have this lightning bolt shooting down my leg, and it was so hard to be happy at times, and just it was devastating. But I knew, I'm gonna heal this thing. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I just didn't know where to go. I was doing all the physio exercises, all the core stuff, and I just feel like it wasn't challenging my lower back enough. And I just wasn't getting anywhere. And they were so boring. I hated doing it in my room. It was just so unmotivating. I had to be blasting music in order to get myself motivated to do this thing. So anyways, after doing all those injections, I saw a naturopath as well. Got some more injections in my back. It was called prolotherapy, ozone therapy, and didn't work as well. But I was desperate. I was going there spending $300 on this injection, $300 on that. Still wasn't working. This was maybe a year and a half after my injury, so it's getting pretty chronic at this point. Nothing was working. So yeah, I didn't know what to do. I think I was gonna stick at physio, maybe see another one, maybe see another chiropractor. I just didn't know what to do at this point. So I continued with my physio exercises just for my own mindset. I wanted to keep training my lower back and my core and make sure I'm strong while I'm in the gym instead of not doing anything at all. So I continued to do that. And it was when I went to this chiropractor where he said, I have the same problem as you. And I was like, wow, really? How long have you had it? And he said, oh, as long as I can remember. So maybe, I think he said around 10 years, 15 years. So I thought, wow, this guy's the exact same injury as me. Maybe I can finally have some help here. So he said, start doing deadlifts again. And I was like, really? I was like, what? You want me to do the exercise that completely shot my lower back? And he's like, yeah, start doing them again. Just work your way up. It's going to strengthen your lower back and take the pressure off the nerve and start to heal your disc properly, put it back into place. Something like that. It's really complicated. And I thought, okay. I mean, my lower back is super weak. I haven't been training my lower back because I was scared to train it and injure it again. So I avoided everything lower back in the gym, except for my physio exercises and everything, which was pretty minor. But yeah, so I thought, okay, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start deadlifting again. But before that, I ran into a DVD, which was called Foundation Training. It was a DVD that I'd put in every single day. It was 15 minutes of how to hip hinge, how to keep your core tight, and just how to keep better posture in general. And that video helped so much. It didn't completely heal me, but it helped so much, and it made my lower back a lot stronger. Put me in a perfect neutral position like I should be doing in the gym. So it trained me how to keep perfect form at all times. And I'm pretty sure you could YouTube it, Foundation lower back treatment or something. I forget what it's called. Yeah, anyway, so I started doing that every single day. Like I said, it only takes about 10 minutes. That really helped. Still wasn't getting anywhere, but this video alone helped me more than anything in physio. I started getting a little bit more confidence back, and I was getting a little bit more stable in my core, and my lower back was feeling a lot stronger. And it was all body weight stuff, so. But yeah, like I said, it still wasn't getting anywhere. So I started doing deadlifts in my garage in the gym, and this was about maybe 5 years after. So after 5 years of failure going through physio, chiropractic, naturopath, all that stuff was in a 5-year span. So once I actually started deadlifting in my garage, that's where a lot of things started changing. So I didn't want to start deadlifting in the gym because I was so embarrassed. I needed to start from scratch, using the bar, and coming from 3 plates, doing deadlifts, starting back from the bar was like hurting my ego. I was so embarrassed to go to the gym and just start lifting in front of everyone, which is not the right way to think, but it just really hurt my ego. And I didn't want to be the guy deadlifting 5 pounds on each side on the bar, and I had to be in there every single day, right? I didn't want to start going to the gym just to put little baby weights on the bar every single day and traveling all the way there. So I thought I need to get deadlifts happening right in my garage. That's easy to access, super quick, and I can just go upstairs after and relax. So I tried it out. I started deadlifting. Was it every single day? I think I started doing it twice a week. Any more than that, it was just it's taking your toll on its body for sure. It's a big exercise, a big compound lift. So there's a lot of muscles being used. You don't want to exhaust your whole body. And so I started doing that. I did deadlifts twice a week. I never missed a day. That's how badly I wanted my lower back injury gone. I started with 5 pounds on the side. Every single week I'd go up by only 5 pounds, really strict. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I documented it every single week. I documented how much weight I was putting on, how my progress was, how I was feeling. And that helped so much. But in conjunction with doing the deadlifts every single day, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and just a lot of researching online what people were doing. And there wasn't really anything good out there at all. And then I came across this one video, which was hanging from a pull-up bar. Hanging from a pull-up bar and decompressing your whole entire spine, taking pressure off the nerves, which led to relief of your sciatica. So in combined with deadlifts, I did pull-up bar every single day for about 6 months straight. Never missed a day. It might have even been a bit longer. So every single day I did that. And just releasing my lower back, you could feel the electricity in my leg after a hard day literally shoot back up to my hips and disappear. but then it would come back again, right? So I thought, okay, I'm doing this every day. It's going away, but then it would come back again. So how do I get rid of this? And then I started researching a lot. This was like years and years of research on what to do. And then they said that I think the intradiscal pressure in your spine goes down to about 0, I think, when you're tractioning your lower back hanging from the pull-up bar. So I thought, okay, what if I do this before I sleep, where when you're lying down, there's no pressure on your spine, instead of doing it in the middle of the day where I'm, walking around all day, putting more added pressure on my spine. What if I do this at night where I'm fully relaxed, no pressure on my discs at all, and I can just go to bed right after, just make it a nighttime routine. So I started doing that. Like I said, every single day for 6 months, and I would immediately go up to my room and immediately go to bed. So I'd be tractioning in the garage, immediately go to bed, no pressure on my discs at all. So I did that for a few months, still wasn't working. I was still going every single day. This was 7 days a week, guys. Maybe 30 seconds to a minute on the pull-up bar. I gradually worked my way up to 2 minutes of straight hanging, which was really good. And I even started putting ankle weights on to stretch even more. I was getting pretty intense. And I started enjoying it. Like, it felt good, and my forearms were getting really cut and shredded too, just from hanging every single day for 6 months or a year. I can't remember how long it was, but somewhere in between there. And I started doing a lot better. Yeah, like I said, I'd use ankle weights every now and then to get even more of a stretch. I wouldn't recommend it. I was going a little bit too extreme. But then I noticed that my sciatica was disappearing on top of doing the deadlifts as well. I was somewhere around, back up to 150-pound deadlifts in the garage and doing my hanging every night. And I thought, my lower back pain's starting to disappear. It's still there, but it's starting to disappear. So I started researching more, started getting into more exercises. I started training myself. I didn't go back to physio anymore because it wasn't working. I started doing reverse hyperextensions, which you guys can Google. You could do them on top of your kitchen table with ankle weights on. You could do them on a big medicine ball, whatever it's called. You could do them in the gym if you have the machine. But Google or YouTube reverse hyperextensions if you guys don't know what that is. This was another huge key in helping my sciatica. So basically, you're decompressing your spine on the way down, strengthening your spine, your glutes, your hamstrings on the way up. And that was a really, really good exercise. So doing the hanging, the reverse hyperextensions, the deadlifts, those were the biggest things that completely got rid of my sciatica. So don't get me wrong, guys, my lower back pain is still here to this day. But I got rid of the sciatica, which was the most annoying part, most excruciating part that I would feel every single day. And now I don't feel my lower back pain as much anymore. It's maybe only a couple times a week opposed to every single day with excruciating shock going down my leg, right? So I still have my lower back pain, but sciatica is completely gone. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have this problem that don't know how to get rid of the sciatica. So, training your lower back, doing those exercises that I said is such a big benefit, guys. So yeah, I'm not saying don't go to physio, but I'm saying if it's not working, start working at it yourself, learning your own things, strengthening that lower back. Don't baby it like I did. Don't train your lower back, Don't avoid that. You want to start doing it. You want to start moving. Don't be stagnant, start strengthening that all up. So yeah, I started getting a lot of progress with that, the deadlifts, reverse hypers, and the pull-up bar. So my sciatica was gone. And I thought, okay, this is fantastic. I'm like, and you don't really notice when it's gone. All of a sudden, you just don't feel it anymore. And like, wow, I actually got rid of this thing. Wow, I can't believe this actually works. So that chiropractor really helped me. And just doing deadlifts twice a week and all those other exercises was fantastic. I worked my deadlift up to 225 pounds with a bulging disc. So it was great. And I worked myself up to 256 pounds again on deadlifts. So it's only going up from here, right? So I thought, you know what? I'm still a little stiff. So I started stretching as well. So that's another big thing I want you guys to do, guys. If you do have this type of injury or sciatica, is stretch every single day. That's what I did. I stretched every single day in my room, not missing a day. So I did that for a number of years, every single day, and it was kind of relaxing. I started getting used to it. It was like my nighttime routine: hang on the pull-up bar, stretch every single night in my room, go to sleep. Right? I kind of enjoyed it. I play some nice music in the background, and just lights are off, stretching, go to sleep. So I started to become so flexible. It was so weird. Here's this guy with a lower back injury, used to have sciatica, who's deadlifting 260 pounds again, who's so flexible that he can almost do the splits. I'd show you on camera right now, but I almost hurt myself last time I did it, but I'm super close. But I can almost do the splits. I have a really, really strong lower back again. I'm a lot more confident. And this is how I did it, guys. Just doing this stuff every single day. The stuff that most people don't think of and that they would avoid. I mean, who would think you hurt your lower back? Let's get right into deadlifts again, right? But that's what helped me the most, right? Tractioning every single day was one of the biggest ones as well. But just doing that completely changed my life again. And I was able to train my lower back in the gym like every single time I went in there instead of avoiding it. So it was really happy. I started getting my gym life back again. My confidence was coming back. I still have my lower back pain, but it's not as frequent, as it used to be, and sciatica is completely gone. That was the number one thing. So yeah, it's quite a long story, I know, guys, but I really hope this can help a number of you guys out there. I just really hope it can help someone out there, because I didn't know where to go and I had to learn all this myself. No one ever showed me this. So if there's someone out there that has this injury, please try what I'm doing. Maybe not try every single day, maybe do twice a week, three times a week, work your way up. Or, you're going to get so sick of it and you want to make sure you build that habit instead of exhausting yourself every single day and going into this, right? So there is hope out there. There's ways. But like I said in the video, I'm just going to go through the things that I did on a daily basis to really help you guys out, which was, number one was foundation training, learning the hip hinge again, strengthening my lower back without any weights, deadlifts, reverse hyperextensions, hanging on the pull-up bar every single day for a minute or 2 minutes, and doing stretching every single day was the biggest impact I've ever had. I went from a guy with all this pain to being super flexible, super strong again, and it really helped out everything. My whole confidence went back up again, and I felt like a new person. And I never really felt much pain in the gym. That was the best part. I could do barbell rows again, one-arm dumbbell rows, squats, 225-pound squats, deadlifts, barbell, rack pulls, everything with like 3 plates again on the side. It was crazy to work my way back up to where I used to be again, only occasionally feeling my lower back pain. So anyway, guys, this is a really long video. It was really hard for me to talk about. I never thought I'd be doing this on camera. I really want you guys to continue watching my videos. I'm going to be sharing a lot about, pain, injuries. But aside from that, it's not going to be the main focus of my channel. I really want to get into self-improvement. Fitness, how men should be dressing, how to be a better person, how to be more confident, how to be successful, how to make more money, all that kind of stuff. After hurting myself, it made me want to transform my whole life into being, the best version of myself. So this was the key for me. And I want to be able to change people's lives out there as well. So this was the motivation why I wanted to get into this. After being really depressed after my injury, and just looking how you could make yourself be, super, super confident, getting your confidence back and just being the best version of yourself was a huge thing for me. So now I want to help anyone else out there. Aside from the injury, I want my channel to be focused on mostly self-improvement for young men out there. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, I will answer anything in the comment section about how I escaped this chronic pain. And I really hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for listening.